I'm Kayaditi, and this is Widow's Walkabout, all holes in one, easy. This is a very red course. Course on the first one, just through the fence, fairly straight shot, up and over. On two, you do actually have a consistent path that's going to help out, and that's what I show here, just that it repeatedly will get you in the area if you hit between those two spikes. Three, another straight shot with a hill going up and down. When it starts to head down, well, that's when you're going to putt. Four, that one's pretty tricky. If you do a basic shot over, it's almost pretty much always too fast to go in. I've never got a hole-in-one that way. So you go over, and hopefully it'll do that little ricochet off those two little notches in the wall there. On five, just let your blocks be in, give you the smooth surface to go around. I did actually bounce mine off the rock there. Six. Well, if you go slow enough that it'll go through the plates, it won't get to the hole. If you go fast enough that it also can get through the plates, it's definitely going to go too far. So, those plates, those first two plates, at 9 and 3 like a clock, that's when you're going. But this is what I usually do. Just go off a chair to the side. And that chair that's knocked over on the floor often will keep it guided into the right area. So I have more consistency doing that than trying to go down the table. Your mileage may vary. The wind on 7, sometimes I think it's not affecting it much, and other times it is. And not just because of how fast I'm putting, but you can see going a couple of ways, it can get really close. And when I do actually get it here, my shot's very straight. The wind didn't seem to bug it at all, even though I'm not going all that fast. And luckily it's got those slanted edges, which kind of dropped it back into place. 8, on the other hand, the wind definitely affects. So I putt into the wind, knowing it's gonna, kind of curve me back, and then that little curved wall there, just to be sure it doesn't go out the other side. 9 is the nightmare hole. So yes, going backwards there, that little hop backwards, which is kind of hard to do actually, it did much more consistently, like get me right over there next to the hole. I didn't actually get it in that way, but I wanted you to see it because it does seem more effective. Now, you can nail it through the bookcases, just not as hard as maybe you think, because I found I would catch myself trying to hit it too hard and it would go everywhere. But when it finally went in, that was the way that worked. 10, that straight shot down the middle. When those first 3 books, they're all moving to the right and I go right between them. 11 was pretty challenging. So, the nice part is, though, your approach for this hole is exactly the same in easy and hard. This is... I really was like, is it gonna? I'm glad I waited. Anyway, the arch will be headed back down. You bank just past the gash in the wall. Same in both versions. And that'll hopefully at least get you around in the area. 12. Straight shot in, straight shot out. Nice little take on the straight shot. 13. Less predictable and easy than hard. Hard is kind of consistent. Not so here. I'm showing you slow motion of what I did. It's not necessarily super repeatable to guarantee getting down there. So whether that opening is close to you, in the middle, or far away, all 3 ways I would do, and it would kind of get me up at the end. But all the ricocheting happening with this, it's just a lot of stuff. Oh my god, seriously. Every time I see that, it's so rude. A lot of luck, basically, I'm saying. And when I did get it, you see, it actually bounced off the moving wall in the middle. So, not terribly repeatable either. Polar bear, he's pretty straightforward. Just time it with that hill there. Get it to roll around. I caught the little paw, which kind of nudged it forward into his mouth. 16. Putt when the spikes are up and hope you don't hit one. Automatic hole-in-one. 17 definitely easier in here than it was in hard mode. This one actually would go on the back and then just bounce back in the hole, whereas in hard it doesn't like to do that. I do love how the shadow on that board is like permanently on it and doesn't move the way normal shadows do. So you can take a direct approach in 18 like that, but you gotta account for the arches moving and the wind. I prefer behind the scenes approach. No arches, no wind, but you still have all the chance of ricocheting the wrong way. But honestly, I'm far more consistent getting in the area going through that way. And I've putted it many times, so that's my go-to approach. Kind of a tough one though. It took a little bit to get that one to go in. I'd never really noticed she would stand out there on that rail after I'd left the area. I happened to glimpse her while I walked by a door. I'm like, what is she doing? My little cheerleader is in the wrong room. Yep, getting 5 from 6. And yes, I wanted to shelve hole 9 many times. Put it on the pedestal. Yeah, I do put Mighty Coconut on a pedestal. I do love this game. Same sad ball. Same. There's my cheerleader. So, you know, they do come around, you look away and they disappear, but that particular game, they kept doing that. I was like, what the heck? Yeah, of course there's a couple of obvious skeletons that are easy to find, but there are 3 completely hidden. Don't know if everybody's found them all. So many books. Oh my god, go read the titles. They're great. And you can try to find the Mighty Coconuts in all the levels, actually. And this guy. How did they catch that? Seriously. Back on the bookshelf. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy the videos. Subscribe if you like.